Testing. Testing. Alright. Little bit ahead of schedule. Not... Start time is like in 3 minutes, but might as well get things going now. This time I've actually got OBS set up in such a way that I can actually see the video output and chat while keeping an eye on the game. All right. All right. So I've got my my Monarch all customized and set up. I'm just hoping enough people show up. Hey, Jade! Hey, and there you are, rocking the emotes! Thank you. Thank you again. Yeah, I have emotes now! 2 of them are still stuck in, like, approval pending for whatever reason. It's ridiculous, but I've got a full set of emotes now for subscribers. Yay! So... we still got some time. I ordered lunch, so I'll probably have to take a moment to just step away to answer the door and get my food at some point, but it won't be an issue. If I sound weird at all, it's because I'm still sick. I'm just feeling good enough that I can actually stream again. If I cough at all, I'll try and point it away from the microphone. I wouldn't want wouldn't want my cooties to contaminate the chat by sneezing into the microphone. Anyway. Yeah, that's right. Cyber COVID. Alright. What is the name of my dynasty? Dynasty name. Shit, I wasn't asked. I didn't realize I'd have to make a surname. Shit, The Hope Boys Dynasty. Fuck it. Boys. Queen Xebha of the Hope Boys Dynasty. Yes. Alright, so we're gonna start. Play on Twitch. Alright, so stream on Twitch. Viewers can join game by typing in chat. Players who have the game will appear in the story more often. Alright, Twitch extension. I'm pretty sure I already have that set up. Alright, so now we gotta pick which of the 3 factions are we gonna have in this game. We got the Barons of the March, brash rural lords famous for their belligerence and fondness for hunting, the Chiefs of the North, honorable warriors renowned for their pagan religion and prowess in combat. Hey, Kefli, we're not there yet. That's all in good time. Before you can bully me, we all have to pick which teams we want. There's the Counts of the East, ruthless aristocrats steeped in secrecy. Allegations of forbidden rituals are unproven. The Grandees of the South, impassioned duelists known for their strict adherence to honor, etiquette, and the ninth god. And the patrician... y'all don't... never mind. The patricians are wealthy seafaring merchants, noted for their cleverness, skill in negotiation, and ornate masks. Alright, yeah, we can definitely get the patricians in here. So... these aren't pure flavor text, by the way. There are stats that will be affected, as well as changing your options and your quests based on which group you end up in. So I know that, like, for example, the patricians value having money and they're trade-oriented. The counts have a lot of stuff that involves, like, subterfuge and secrecy. I'm guessing by the mention of the ninth god here. Hey, Vers! Thanks for tuning in. You know what? That's completely fair, Kefli. If you don't look... What's the point if you don't look good? So, alright, we've got the patricians of the coast. Who else do we want to see? Do we want to... Like, I'm partial. I want to see what the grandees of the south have going on. So I'm gonna tag them in. And so, audience choice. Who do we want for the third? Because we got to pick 3 regions to make up the whole the kingdom. We got the barons, we got the chiefs, or we got the counts. All right, I'll read them off again. The barons are brash rural lords, famous for their belligerence and fondness for hunting. Huzzah! The chiefs of the north are honorable warriors, renowned for their pagan religion and prowess in combat. And the counts of the east are ruthless aristocrats steeped in secrecy. Allegations of forbidden rituals are unproven. From what I looked at the character creation, the barons have sort of this European, Germanic, like, hunter aesthetic. The chiefs of the north have lots of, like, axes, fur garments, armor, kind of like a combination, like, Icelandic kind of look to them. And counts of the east are, like, super, like, gothic, like, Dracula vampire aesthetic. And from what I've seen, all of their stuff involves, like, whatchamacallit. Alright, that's 2 for the chiefs. Let's get the chiefs. Alright, now, join the game. Audience, you may now join via Twitch chat with !join followed by your pronoun, your preferred pronouns, to join. Hey, welcome everyone, hop in. The more people, the better. Hey Gator, thanks for tuning in. And anyone yeah, it randomly sorts anyone who joins to ensure that things stay even. Unfortunately. Oh, the info was on the previous screen. We already selected which teams we want. And anyone can join. Anyone new that joins can just use that command to join in mid-game. You don't have to specifically be here at the start in order to participate. Alright, King of the Castle Primer. Alright, so, as the monarch, my goal is to produce an heir and complete an ambition in order to secure my power and secure my dynasty. Y'all, as the nobles, are trying to complete a scheme which consists of 3 phases in order to usurp my power and put your own puppet ruler on the throne. everyone has a defiance stat. If your defiance exceeds my authority or the nation's stability, you can then vote to rebel against me, which will shift the state into civil war, which is its whole own thing. Which, if you rebel and then you win the civil war, that also wins, but it means you can't do your scheme. So if it looks like your scheme is not going well, you can try and push for a rebellion in order to try and get victory that way instead. It's not guaranteed to work, but it's always an option. Alright, each season will get 3 events. Click on one to get started. Alright, so... Alright, we'll start with Council Introduction. Alright, so this is the Monarch. This is my character. I will appear in most of the stories, but not all of them. Alright, and those are the kingdom stats. Those big 3 at the top, authority, treasury, and stability. Should any of those hit 0, the game immediately ends. And I lose. But also, everyone loses if one of those numbers hits 0. Because the kingdom falls apart before your scheme reaches fruition. Right. And then there are the stats for the regions. There's trade, farming, military, faith, and then defiance. Defiance, the noble list, so I can see everyone participating. Alright, now that you're the queen, your first duty is to meet with the Council of Nobles. That's y'all. Your nobles hail from all across the kingdom, the wintry north, the wealthy coast, and the scorching south. Introduce yourself to the chiefs of the north. Hey, there's LC! Hi, LC! Good luck in the days ahead, your majesty. You'll need it dealing with us lot. To the patricians of the coast. A pleasure, your serene highness. I hope to see our kingdom prosper and grow wealthy under your reign, says Vers. And to the grandees of the south. And hey, rise up. May the ninth god bless your reign, your majesty. I trust you will conduct yourself with honor and faith. With that, introductions are done. Council hall immediately fills, and with raised voices the nobles argue with each other and demand your favor. You sigh and sit back. Is this what the council is like? No wonder your father told you to avoid the throne at all costs. Hi, Haro! Hit !join and your preferred pronouns in order to be assigned to a team. Well, scheming begins once we finish these 3 events, I believe. Your Majesty, I've scheduled your coronation to take place in a week's time. Well, shouldn't I be giving the orders now? Well, of course, your Majesty, but to delay any longer would make the nobles restless. And when nobles get restless, they take their daggers and look for the nearest back. Well, you wouldn't want that, I suppose. As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. But it's my coronation! Well, this isn't an absolute monarchy, your majesty. Everything has to be run past a council vote, even this. Shall we call the nobles in? Alright! So here's how audience participation works. Certain things have to be put to the noble council. Like, you all will have the option to vote for one of these to decide what happens at my coronation. I have the option of imposing rules on the vote. Hold on, not just yet. I have to click Start Vote for things to go through, and I want to make sure I thoroughly explain everything. So each of these options will have like a side effect. For example, if you throw the queen into a river, the kingdom's stability will go up, but my authority will go down. If you have the troops bear me through the street atop a shield, my authority goes down, but everyone's military goes up. If you proceed with a religious ceremony that honors the ninth god, then faith goes up. Oh, you're off the bat deciding you're gonna throw me in a river. Is it? I see. Fine. And then I have these options. I can I can veto an option and say, no, y'all don't get to pick this one. I can get that out of here. Be gone. Right, so I can mark one as my preferred option to try and sway you, but... Hey, Edge! Thanks for tuning in. Alright, so we are just gonna go ahead and start right here. So, start vote. So, use the command !vote and then the letter with the option you want to vote for your choice. You know, I appreciate Rise Up. Oh, LC's opting to make me spend money right out the gate. All right. Voting has closed. See, this is part of the thing. I don't have to wait for everyone to vote. There's strategy in closing out the vote as quickly as possible. All right, so stability go up, authority go down. It is decided the queen will be thrown into a river. At least let me get changed out of my nice robes. The nobles pick you up and carry you to Treadwater River, hurling you into the shallow water with its sheer. You climb back up, soaking wet. The Chancellor steps forward and places the crown upon your head. Is it your imagination, or are some of the nobles stifling giggles? Alright. Heir and ambition. Right. Your Majesty, the first few years of your reign are the most difficult. You're new and unproven. The nobles of the council will scheme against you, hoping to kick you off the throne and put their own puppet claimant in your place. These fools couldn't scheme their way out of a paper bag! Better queens than you have been toppled by their treacherous nobles, your majesty. To defeat their schemes, you must secure an heir and prove that you are worthy of the crown by completing an ambition. My question is this: when you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? Alright, so this is how I choose my goal. How do I want... So this will affect my objective to win the game. So, like raising the military up, having high authority, helping out trade, maintaining stability, raising farming, raising up faith, that kind of thing. Alright. Yeah, you already took my authority down one. So I'm gonna try and go for farming. Interesting. Are you concerned for the welfare of the commoners, or are you just hoping for a favorable passage in the history books? I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving the kingdom's overall farming as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, your majesty. Alright, so this is the end of the season. So, sort of like the end of the turn, as it were. So we're going to hit end season. Alright, it's now time for each region to vote on their scheme. Fellow patricians of the coast, my claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of Queen Xebha. Something must be done. Alright. Patricians, time to vote on what you want your scheme to supplant me to be. You're gonna make me spend all my money. Oh, Edge, just hit, here, let me put it in the actual chat. To be assigned to a team. Yeah. So for example, all right, so the patricians are going to try and take the throne through conspiracy by lowering the treasury. The patricians plan to sink the queen under an ocean of debt. To advance their scheme, the patricians must lower the treasury to 1,500 or less in 2 seasons. Embezzlement clan. Alright, and see now, you have like a little dot indicating that this is your goal. A false pretender occupies the throne while my claim is ignored. Grandees of the South, this is a stain on our honor. We must not allow it to go unanswered. Alright. Yellow team. Grandees. Decide your scheme. Subterfuge, a witch hunt, or fervor? Alright. Yep, it's good to know that you're all in agreement on how you want to do things. True fervor. Raise own farming. The grandee claimant Zacintha has been chosen by the 9th god to be the next queen. She's promised a first miracle, food for everyone. To advance their scheme, the grandees must raise their farming to 5 or more in 4 seasons. Oh, well, your farming's already at 6. Fuck. Chiefs of the North, we all know I should be on the throne, not this imposter, Queen Xebha. How do we make that happen? Prophecy, Ragnarok, or Hornblower? Raise prophecy through raising the queen's authority. Ragnarok, raising your own military. Your military's already fucking high. Hornblower, lower all faith. Alright. Invoking Ragnarok, I guess. Four nobles voted for Ragnarok. I wasn't aware Ragnarok was something you could vote for. The chiefs plan to make an alliance with the ice giants to take over the kingdom. First, they must not be weak, or the giants won't take their proposal seriously. To advance their scheme, the chiefs must raise their military to 5 or more in 3 seasons. Your military's already at 7! You're getting this shit for free! Come on! Alright, so here we can review the region's schemes and their claimants. If your reign ends abruptly, the nobles will vote for the next monarch. Alright. Monarch currently has no heir. Alright, so we've got events. Honor Guard, Pirates, a risky wager. Hey, Jade! Hold on to your masks, hats, and other accessories, everyone. Grandee, subject name missing, is about to lose a huge amount of money! We've bet our life savings on a boat race around the coast, and I am sure to win the day. So sure, in fact, that I petitioned the council to officially sponsor my voyage. What makes you so sure that you're gonna win, Jade? By the 9th, your august majesty, I'm a patrician. We practically learn to sail before we can walk. He's talking rubbish, your holiness. My caravel will beat Jade's old boat. The 9th shall bless my path. If you sponsor anyone, sponsor me. Alright, so sponsor Jade will cost... Oh, all of these are going to cost me money. Sponsor both nobles. Treasury go down, wealth go up, authority go up. Alright, I'm vetoing this, because I don't want to let y'all just drain my coffers immediately. Yes, everyone can vote. Alright, so I'm vetoing the choice to what is it? To sponsor both. We're gonna have you will force me to take a side. Alright. Obviously patricians are pushing for their side to be sponsored. It looks like the chiefs are going to be the swing vote here. Are we really going to break even on this one? Oh! There we go. Alright. Gray was the swing vote that decided it. Voting has closed. Sponsor Grandee and subject name missing. 9th bless you, one and all. Soon the patricians won't be the only ones braving the ocean depths. Alright, so coast defiance go up, south defiance go down, and subject name missing gets more money. Subject name missing's little boat is soon ready. A new flag is added bearing a huge, strangely discolored rendition of your face. Excitement builds as merchants and tourists flock to the starting town. Soon both boats embark on their journey. They look very small and flimsy against the vast ocean backdrop. Uh-oh! Haro coming in! Your Serene Highness, I understand you elected to sponsor Grandee subject name missing. Would you fancy a small wager, since everyone says you're sure he'll win? What kind of wager? A mere mere trifle for you, I'm sure, your august majesty. Your wisdom is known by all, so naturally you'd have great fortune. I don't know. I don't know about this. They want to drain my money, and I have no time for such things. I've already put a horse in this race by sponsoring someone. It's already gonna look bad. Very well, your esteemed highness, but you're no fun. You return to the capital to await news of the race. Alright. Now, pirates! Oh, hey, Vers. You must do something about the pirates that have been plaguing the coast's ocean trade routes. I lost a whole shipment of fine silks. And they killed the crew, of course, who won't be cheap to replace. Oh no, Vers has lost money! Challenge. Oh, right. Hold on. It's going great so far, Zelkaja. Thank you for tuning in. Alright. So, some challenges, some of these choices will have effectively a skill check attached to determine their success. Some of them are purely random, showing like a die, but others will be based on the stats of the participating nation. So, for example, the Order the Coast's Navy to patrol the sea routes, that only has a 30% success rate because the coast only has a military score of 3. So that's risky. Pay off the pirates to leave your ships alone for a year. Shit. Nothing to be done. Defiance go up, trade go down, wealth go down. I already used my veto. Well, I'm afraid there's not a whole lot I can do about this one. Damn it. Unless my good friends, the Grandees and the Chiefs, can swing this to be the somewhere else. Like, you know, I don't know. Oh no, they're throwing the patricians under the bus. Oh no! Hard. Fuck around and find out. Oh, military challenge failed. Ooh! Ouch! Over the next few months, the patrician navy suffers constant attrition in their battles with pirates. Military challenge failed. Defiance has gone up to 4. Military is dropped to 0. Oof. Your flagship is sunk by cannon fire. Pirate captain with some magical talent summons a kraken from the depths, destroying several of your galleons. These pirates are more powerful than advertised. Though you do keep them away from the trade routes from now, the coast's naval power is weakened considerably, and the pirate problem is only getting worse. Oh, in order to join in, Zelkaja, use the command !join and your preferred pronoun. And that'll assign you to a team. Hey, land! Alright. Honor Guard! Now that you're queen, you need personal protection. Why, I could plunge my sword into your heart right now, could I not? I'd like to see you try! That's not a valid option, Zelkasha. Is it your imagination, or does the marshal stifle a wry chuckle? In any case, she quickly hides it. You need an honor guard to keep you safe from such dangers, Your Majesty. Unfortunately, this is a political decision. What about the Palace Watch? Hoorah! Don't make me laugh, Your Majesty. These tin soldiers can keep out the riffraff, but do you expect them to stand up to a warlock, or a child of the Viper, or me? Aw. Aw. Alright, what are my options for an honor guard? Each region offers a selection of elite guards, the chiefs with their most famous warrior heroes, the patricians with champion gladiators from the arena, and the grandees offer the fiercest battle nuns from the Sisterhood of Steel! Think carefully, Your Majesty. These guards' loyalties will be divided between you and their region. Of course, you could just hire foreign mercenaries. They'd be loyal to coin above all. Tell me about the Northern Warriors. Bearded oafs with axes and no manners. They'll get drunk and cause trouble in the palace. No discipline at all, and I can't guarantee they won't run off on some random quest. But they're honorable, and in a fight, unbeatable. Alright. Tell me about the Coastal Gladiators. A gang of low-born crooks who've turned themselves into celebrities through their skill at chopping other people to bits. They're vain and selfish. Their skill in battle is undeniable, but can you trust them? Tell me about the Southern Battle Nuns! Yeah! Terrifying warriors, and they've sworn a vow of silence, so at least they won't spill state secrets. But their faith and loyalty is to the church above all, even your safety. Alright, what foreign mercenaries do you suggest? A band of fearsome fighters from the Tatterlands called the Battle-Bitten Brethren. They specialize in bodyguard work, but they're costly, and hiring foreigners will be considered an insult to all the regions. I've made my decision! The nuns. I will make arrangements at once. Alright. Listen, I apologize to the patricians, but I want battle nuns. The battle nuns arrive in the palace a few weeks later. They nod to you silently, their solemn steel masks betraying nothing, before filing into formation behind your throne. You can't rebel yet. Your defiance has to exceed either my stability or my authority. Well, both of them, really. You need a defiance of 7 in order to rebel. Alright. End season. Alright! Buildings! Nobles you can use your wealth, and you can see how much money you have, like here along the side, to bid on a building. So, only 2 buildings get constructed. Alright, nobles use their personal wealth to bid on buildings, and only the 2 highest funded will be built. No, you're in here, Zelkaja. I can see your name right there. Use the command fund XY, where X is the character code and Y is the amount you're pledging. So, I'm going to start the auction, and then I'm going to go grab my food. So, keep in mind that these will affect the stats in your specific region. So, if you get the fortress for the chiefs, it will raise their military by 1. However, stuff like stability and authority affects my stats up here, regardless of region. So if the patricians built an observatory, it would make the patricians' faith go down. Alright, so I'm going to start this auction, and I'm going to go grab my food. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry for the delay. And I see the, I see that you have all been right to, band together and try and sabotage the Chiefs. Okay. Oh, the Pirate Queen! Oh, this player bought King of the Castle so they can set their own customization options and show up more in the story. Your esteemed highness, our pirates are more aggressive than ever. They follow a pirate queen who calls herself the Bloody Gull. She has established a stronghold on a tiny speck of land called Spiderheart Isle. According to our spies, she is growing every day in power and wealth. What do? Only half of our trade vessels reach their destinations. Send the Navy to assault her stronghold. Can't do that. Pay the pirates a hefty sum to leave your ships alone. Send a diplomat to broker peace. Put a bounty on the Bloody Gull's head. I don't want your defiance to get much higher, but I also don't want to spend that much money. So, your choice. We can broker peace, or I can put a bounty on her head. Anyway, my food arrived, and the DoorDash person, or either Popeyes or the DoorDash person messed up, and they gave me a drink that I didn't put on my order. And I don't know what it is. It looks like, I think, pink lemonade or something? Or tea? I'll be real, I was kind of disappointed with, well, the thing is, I didn't ask for a drink at all. I've got my own right here. It's just like, oh, here's my sandwich and also a drink. Well then. Alright, put a bounty on the gull's head. You post an impressive bounty on the Bloody Gull's head and wait! And wait! A month later, someone arrives at the palace. A broken-nosed fellow in a stained coat. He's carrying a bloody burlap sack, which he thumps onto your table. I solved your pirate problem. It weren't easy. Now give me the money. How'd you do it? They call me Topcoat. I was a pirate captain, and a friend of the Bloody Gull, once. That was before she started demanding I call her Your Highness, telling me how to bow and scrape and such. But there's no more Queen of the Sea. But there's no Queen of the Sea. So when I saw your bounty, I thought I'd correct her of her delusions and make a pretty penny doing it. Refused to grant him his reward. Check inside the sack. Yep, it's a woman's head. You're not sure what you expected. Ask Spymaster to confirm identity of the head in the sack. Reports from Spiderheart Island are garbled, but it certainly seems that the Pirate Queen has been killed. I think our grubby friend is telling the truth. Alright! I'm gonna give the man his money and send him on his way. Thank you kindly, Your Majesty. In the wake of the Bloody Gull's death, pirate attacks along the coast die down. The Ghost Sea is still full of danger, but the trade routes are safe once more. I mean, I wasn't gonna risk things getting worse by fucking pissing everybody off and stiffing the man. Besides, he doesn't factor into this scheme. He's done his job. Ah, it's Haro. Word from the boat race, Your Esteemed Highness. Hey, Iselin! Grandee subject name missing has sent a letter by Seagull. The race continues apace. We're far ahead of that pathetic Lord Patrician Jade Quarrel. Bad news is that although we brought lots of preserved olives with us, weevils have gotten into the barrels. If we're not careful, I'll starve, and my sailors will be hungry too. Good news is we found this unfamiliar kelp that could be the answer to our prayers. But we don't know if it's poisonous. He asks for guidance on whether to use this seaweed for food. What do you say, your esteemed highness? Oh, shit. Should eat the seaweed, leave it alone, could be dangerous. Fund a speedy investigation by Quail University. Alright, so one drops the treasury down to 200, but raises farming and trade. One is a farming check for who is that? It's for the grandees. And one is just a random chance. I think maybe we should leave the seaweed alone. Monarch's Choice doesn't actually do anything. Oh, come on, don't do this to subject name missing. No! Oh man. Oh, chicken. Get Montezuma'd, idiot! Voting has closed. 5 nobles voted for subject name missing should eat the seaweed. Yeah! Soon you hear from subject name missing once more! We are blessed! The seaweed tastes oddly like meat, and after we figured out how to cook it properly, the sailors love it! It's become quite the delicacy! Ha! Why, I feel invigorated just writing about it. I've sent a shipment to the south so the grandees can sell this new dish. Yeah! Trade go up for the south, for the grandees of the south. Also, subject name missing is in the lead. Alright, and last but not least, finding a spouse. Alright, in the twisty passages of your castle, you can avoid your advisors, the nobles, even the spy master. But there's one person you can't avoid. Your mother.
Why haven't you found a spouse yet? It's almost been a year.
Is it really that urgent?
Of course. Don't worry, I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What's your preference? Men or women, or do you not mind?
Show me cool. I want to see the ladies.
Excellent! I'll send out messengers to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer.
Yeah, I was hoping there'd be a Seduce the Pirate Queen when that came up. Alright, and that's all 3 events, so let's end the season. In a dingy seaside tavern, 2 patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. The treasury's practically empty, and the queen is struggling to fund her ambitions. We're perfectly placed to offer her a loan. So helpful of us. Indeed, these loan agreements will be friendly as a bear trap, absolutely loaded with hidden catches in the small print. Now watch me work my magic. Good evening, Lord Patrician. What exactly is the purpose of this meeting? I heard about the Queen's recent money troubles, so I thought we could both benefit. Just sign here and here. This agreement does seem fair. Very well, I'll sign. The Queen will be pleased. Good night, Lord Patrician, and may the ninth bless you. Alright, Jade and Haro's wealth has decreased, but the kingdom treasury is now over 3,000. Oh, did you not think that there would be actual money exchanged? See? Easy as pie. It's not enough to bankroll the Queen. The rest of the kingdom needs to be in debt to us as well. To advance their scheme, the patricians must have the highest trade of all regions in 4 seasons. Do you hear that, grandees and chiefs? Sabotage their trade! Oh boy! My favorite part! Taxes! You mean... Alright. Long and short of it is that I can collect a generalized tax from everyone, or I can exact a focused tax on one region to drain your personal wealth, but raise your defiance. Alright. So I'm gonna go ahead and tax the grandees. You've got the most money. I mean, hey, y'all had the most money. Oh, eligible options.
I have found 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible young woman from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely. You'll be securing a powerful alliance.
And a partner for life, to love and to hold.
Yeah, whatever, but the alliance is more important.
Your mother leads you to the grand hall where she's arranged 3 portraits on easels. For now, each is covered by a cloth.
Wait, I don't even get to meet them? There's no time for sentiment. You just need a match that befits your station and suits your political needs.
Whisks away the cloth from the first portrait.
This is Odala, firstborn daughter of the Northern Gator in a Suit clan. From what I've heard, she knows exactly what she wants and will do whatever's necessary to get it. I've heard she spends most of her time playing cards and making wagers with friends and hangers-on. People say she nurses a grudge, though.
I can see the appeal, I guess.
From the coast, we have Clovia, the wealthy heiress to Lord Patrician Land of the Ways estate. She's got a reputation for honesty and fair-mindedness. That's rare among the coast. She's also an obsessive collector of rare books. She'll splash out thousands for the right edition. She's an absolute fountain of energy. No one can keep up with her.
Yeah, I like the sound of her.
And finally, from the south, Ophelia, eldest daughter of the Zelkaja Ukronos lineage. She's reputed to have an ego the size of the sun, but there's nothing wrong with confidence, right? She's got in trouble with the Inquisition for her interest in potion brewing and the occult, but shows no sign of quitting. There are rumors that she's obsessed with avenging an old slighting on the family honor.
Oh, not bad. Not bad at all. Sorry.
What do you think? Of course, by picking a candidate, you'll anger the other regions, but you'll gain a lifelong alliance.
Alright. So, whoever I pick will lower the defiance in that region, which is good. But the hidden, each of these characters will have their own, like, subplots and modifiers down the line that can cause unforeseen changes. So, Clovia, honesty, fair-mindedness, obsessive collector of rare books, and willing to spend to keep up her southern candidate. Ego the size of the sun, been in trouble with the Inquisition, wants to avenge a slight. Gator in a nice suit clan. Knows what she wants and will do whatever she has to get it. Likes to play cards and make bets. Nurses a grudge. I have made my decision. I like the chief lady.
Excellent! I'll make the arrangements.
You can't start a war, idiot! Your defiance isn't high enough! Arms shortage. Your esteemed highness, the situation in the coast is dire. The patricians, the Queen's navy is in tatters. So few ships remain that I fear we lack the presence to patrol our trade routes. We must bolster our dwindling forces in the coast. Who knows what will happen to our people without protection? Alright, hire a mercenary company to help protect the coast. Employ traders from across the coast to build new ships. The coast has no need of sailors. Let them be. Oh. Alright, so hire a mercenary company. That costs me money and it raises the military. Employ traders from across the coast to build new ships. That is a trade check. And the coast has no need of sailors. Let them be is a stability check. 70% success rate. Alright, I'm going to veto this. I'm not going to hire mercenaries. Decide amongst yourselves. You can either risk it on the trade, this thing that will probably raise the patricians' trade thing, or you can bank on the stability of the kingdom that will all be fine. Oh, stability failed. Oh, no! A 70% challenge failed? Come on! You're just gonna leave us out to dry? The kingdom's instability makes it imperative that we were able to protect ourselves. We're nigh defenseless. Trade go down, authority go down. Pirates and outlaws of all kind quickly find the coast a profitable place to conduct their operations. Storm at sea. No! Jade Querrell has sent word that he escaped a nasty storm on his voyage. Grandee subject name missing hasn't been so lucky. He does still have some of that seaweed, but it's running low. Your Majesty, surely in the interest of fairness we should send some supplies. Why? If he fell foul of a storm, that's his fault. This is a boat race, not a competitive fast. Does he deserve to perish, Your Holiness? Shit. Grandees must gather their own supplies. Subject name missing has to deal with shit. Have the treasurer choose to send supplies to subject name missing. Send extra supplies to Jade Quirrell as a prize for weathering the storm. Alright. Excuse me. I'm just saying that, my concern is that if I do send them supplies, it's gonna make the patricians even more upset. Alas, I don't get a say in this one. I already used my veto. The Grandees are furious and demand impartial judgment from the Queen, but what's done is done. Barrels of preserved fruit, dried meat, and ship's biscuits are sent to Jade Quirrell's boat, and the patricians praise the decision. Whew! Rebellion averted! Next you hear, the coastal boat is in the lead. The race is nearly over. Alright. That's the end of the season. Far to the north, where snow blankets the landscape and wolves howl in the night, the chiefs plot to bring about the end of the world, Ragnarok. Praise Morgana. Initial talks with the Ice Giants are going so well that they've gifted us a new patch of fertile land in the northern valleys. The gods are good. With luck, this will be the foundations of an alliance strong enough to rock the world. Aye, the Ice Giants are a formidable ally, tall as a building and limbs like tree trunks. Those southerners don't know how to fight them like we do. But first, we must offer something the giants desire. A whole kingdom's worth of pillage? Just what I was thinking. If we fill the kingdom with bountiful goods and plunder, the giants won't be able to resist. For the next stage of the chief's scheme, they must raise other regions' trade to a combined 10 or more. Which the South and the patricians already have very high trade, so Hi, Zoltan. Thank you for joining us. Alright, adopt a law. I can adopt a new law to alter how the votes are run. Alright, so stop the count, reverse voting, monarch's choice. The monarch can mark their preferred choice. If chosen, they gain authority. Vote for their least favorite option. The option with the least votes will pass. Timer set to 15 seconds. Alright, I'm going to take Iron Choice. Alright, end the year. End is near. Royal wedding. A fishy wedding. Well. Your wedding to Odala is, naturally, the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. Feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Odala at your side. Do you take this woman as your lawfully wedded wife? Fuck yeah, I do. Then I pronounce you queen and wife. Yeah! Stability up! Authority up! Defiance down! After the wedding, of course, there's a feast! And after the feast, a dance. Your new wife, Odala, only dances with obvious reluctance. By the time you find yourself alone with Odala, it's past midnight and you've never felt more tired. Neither of us asked for this union, but I assure you it can blossom into something of mutual benefit. Well, that's a bit of a cold approach, isn't it? Not at all. This marriage is a business arrangement. Or were you under the impression this was true love? I don't know, can't it be more than just business? If you want me to smile and simper and murmur sweet nothings in your ear, I can do so, as long as you give me what I want. Oh man. You head to your separate bedchambers. Perhaps you will draw closer in time, but for now your wife is happy to keep you at arm's length. Man! Sucks! Alright, the end is near. The coastal boat race is nearly at a close. I'd hope the coast would win the day, but appears Grandee, subject name missing, will sail to victory. How exciting! Truly this race is of utmost importance. On a completely unrelated note, I have a shipment of lumber that is due to intercept the racers any day now. If my ship got in the way, who knows what might happen? I dare say the race's outcome could be altered. Of course, I could be convinced to alter the shipment's route instead. Your Holiness! We must put a stop to this shameless attempt to sabotage the race! Alright. Have the Grandees pay for the ship to obstruct Lord Patrician Jade Quirrell's path. Defiance change, money change, authority and wealth, and authority and trade go up. Have the patricians pay for the ship. Alright. Trade down, defiance. Alright, so have the... one of them has to pay. I will refuse this shameless bribe! Thanks for the free authority, idiots. But my lumber shipment will have to be diverted. It'll be late. That's what you get for trying to interfere. Soon, nobles and peasants alike gather at the finish line, watching breathlessly as the winner arrives. And its subject name missing! Victory! Victory for the honor of the Grandees! I could not have done it without the generous sponsorship of Queen Xebha. Yeah! Authority is 6! Alright, now pay up, Jade. A patrician losing a sea race! It's a scandal! I don't know how it happened! Thank you very much. Perhaps you'd like a rematch in a year's time? Absolutely not. It's time for a nice holiday in my villa to relax, and a lot of wine! Back in the south, merchants flock to investigate subject name missing's boat and use his sailing techniques to improve their own crafts. Trade in the south go up. Though the race is over, it gripped the kingdom. Similar bets take place as far afield as Saul and Kurth, some successful and others ending in watery deaths. A fishy wedding. Your Majesty, the Archduke of Saul has invited you to his forthcoming wedding. Your attendance would help shore up relations between our two great nations. God above, great nation? The Isle of Saul is nothing more than a nest of pirates and cutthroats. And I heard it isn't even a proper marriage anyway. The Archduke is marrying a fish! The groom is a finfolk, one of the denizens of the sea, perfectly sapient and actually amphibious. Well, the church doesn't agree with a man marrying a fish. We mustn't legitimize this farce by allowing the queen to attend. Alright, of course the queen should attend the wedding. The queen will not attend, but sends her warmest regards. Condemn the wedding, and sever diplomatic ties with the Isle of Saul. Defiance is low enough. This one, no. I will not condemn the wedding. I would love to attend the fucking fish wedding. Well, that seems decisive. Whoop. Excellent. The wedding is scheduled for next year. I'll inform the Archduke that you shall be delighted to attend. This kingdom is sliding into madness. When it's announced that you will attend the wedding, the grandees are naturally scandalized. But the peasants, sentimental as ever, are in favor of your decision. Public opinion turns against the overly strict church. Faith go down, stability up! Excuse me. Too late, idiots! I've already got the nuns! Alright, that's the end of the season. A prophesized Ninth Herald has finally manifested on Celeste Oth, taking the form of a humble noble known as Xecintha, who hails from a farming town in the southern hills. Or so the grandees claim. Ha ha! Peasants all over the south are flocking to you, Xecintha. I knew you could do it. Praise be to the Ninth God. Praise be, but this is just the beginning. With him on our side, we will capture the minds of the common folk and lead a holy crusade against the false queen. The people still need a push, however. With just the right amount of chaos, the peasants will take up arms and die for you. For the next stage of their scheme, the grandees must lower stability to 4 or less. Ha! Alright, but everyone's made pretty good progress. Like trade is high. Oh, the patricians can't make progress on theirs. They're no longer have the highest trade. A spot of heresy. An island rises. Debt collection. Your Highness, I'm stunned, outraged, and incensed. I've been summoned to trial by the Inquisition on some nonsense, fabricated charge. They're saying a group of church missionaries went missing near my lands. The weather's cold around there. Anything could have happened to them. No one dares defend me on their own. They're too scared of the High Inquisitor. The trial is set, but the council must intervene, your greatness. Though she remains silent, the council is queenly aware of the High Inquisitor's steely gaze from across the chamber. Alright. Search for a witness to defend Kefli. Help the Inquisition gather evidence against Kefli. Suggest he pray for a good outcome. Alright. Well, this has a faith roll, and I'm pretty sure it's going to fail anyway, since it's only a 30% chance of success. Suggest he pray for a good outcome. That's a 50-50, but I think it would be good to search for a witness. Because, no, I'm not going to help the Inquisition gather... well, actually... No, I'm not gonna go against the Chiefs on this one, because... Oh, this is tricky. Alright. If I help the Inquisition, it's obviously going to raise defiance regardless of outcome, it will raise defiance with the Chiefs. Which I think I can manage, but... Because let's see. Suggest he pray for a good outcome, help the Inquisition. I absolutely know those are both going to raise defiance because I'm not helping. Search for a witness to attend to defend the chief. You know what? I'm going to leave this one to y'all. I pray that you will act with honor. Because the stability one is decent chance of winning. Because, like, 80% based on stability. Whereas the faith one is only a 30% success rate. Alright. Voting is closed. Yep. Stability down. High Inquisitor's poor agents are pestered to distraction by the northern locals and bogged down with false leads. With no dead missionaries, the trial quickly reaches an impasse. Reluctantly, the High Inquisitor is forced to drop the charges. Oh well. Wasn't as bad as I would have thought. Debt collection! The council session has ended for the day, so you're quite surprised when Lord Patrician Zoltan 20K corners you in a back passage of the castle just before dusk. Greetings, your august majesty. Apologies for surprising you like this, but I have an urgent matter that I thought you'd want to hear in private before I go to the council. Your wife, the queen consort... How can I put this? She owes me a lot of money. Gambling debts, mainly. She borrowed quite a lot from me to recover some lost funds. Now it's time to collect, and she's been avoiding me. Treasury down. Wealth up. Well, I mean, if she owes money, she owes you money. At the very least, I can spend on it. Many thanks, your august majesty. I assure you this money will not go to waste. Oh, and if you'd permit me a word of advice, you may wish to get a handle on your wife's reckless spending habits. Wouldn't want it to run the kingdom into bankruptcy, would you? For that, he scurries away into the darkness of your corridors. Alright, and... an island rises! Your Highness! Your Holiness! Something most strange has occurred in the Ghost Sea! A new island has risen, halfway between our shores and the Isle of Sol. The Fin folk raise it from the depths using their weird ocean magic. It's true, your majesty. The Fin folk raised the island to celebrate the marriage of their prince to the Archduke of Sol. They will gift it to him on the day of the ceremony. This is terrible news. That island is of immense strategic importance. We can't let it fall into Solish hands. Alright, can't pay it. Don't have enough money, can't pay a wizard. Attend the wedding as planned. Send the Chancellor to seduce the Finfolk prince and sabotage the wedding. Send the Queen to conduct secret negotiations with the Finfolk. Send the Chancellor! Send the Chancellor! Send the Chancellor to seduce the Finfolk prince! A capital idea. Hang on, I didn't agree to this. Just seduce the fish man, you wimp. What the Marshal is trying to say is that you're unattached and the Chancellor of the Kingdom. You'd make a far better match for this Finfolk prince than the Archduke of some rainy little island. Your Majesty, listen to reason! Don't send me underwater to propose marriage to some damn little frog creature! Come on, Chancellor, just go and see what happens! No pressure. Exactly, just talk to him, see if there's a spark. There won't be a bloody spark! We'll be underwater! With great reluctance, your Chancellor is eventually persuaded to go on a clandestine visit to one of the Finfolk's undersea villages. Yeah, and it rocks! This is the best kind of heresy. Auction time! Uh-oh! Uh-oh! Grand Bazaar and Thieves Guild! If the Thieves Guild and the Grand Bazaar get built, that will help the patricians in their scheme. And that's no good. Maybe you should raise your authority. You should fund B to raise my authority and stop them from getting the highest trade. Stability go down, trade go up. The fine print. Your Majesty, do you recall the loan agreement I signed with the patricians? No. Did you even tell me about this? Your Majesty, I sent you the contract. You stamped it with the royal seal. I stamp 50 things a day. I can't read them as well. I see. Next time I'll run it past you in person. Turns out there were some hidden catches. See, the interest they are charging looked very reasonable at first, but it's doubling every 2 weeks. Before long, things will get exponential. How did you not spot that? It was written in obnoxiously small print. Each letter was the size of an ant's breakfast. Luckily, the patricians aren't pressing us for a payment yet. There are signs that they're tricking other regions into similar agreements. They're prosperous and cunning enough to pull it off. We need to call a council vote and stop the patricians before it's too late. Pay off other regions' debts from the treasury until... I don't... Can't do anything about debt. What are we, economists? Hit the coast with a punishing trade embargo! No, we're not paying off this debt to the other region's debt. We're punishing them for their fucked up costs. I don't care if defiance goes up. God, there goes my stability. Trade go down. Defiance up. Stability down. You call an embargo on goods from the coast, angering the patricians and crippling their economy. But it's bad news for the rest of the kingdom too. A lot of people rely on those goods. This is an outrage! We've done nothing outside the bounds of the law. Besides, you need us. You can't keep this up forever. He's right. After a few weeks, inundated with complaints from merchants, you're forced to lift the embargo. But the coastal economy has taken a body blow. Alright. Legends Rising. You're aware of the ice giants, I hope. Brutish creatures that live in the frozen waste beyond our northern borders. In a time before time, they ruled the north and kept people as slaves. The chiefs are willing to let bygones be bygones. They're forging an alliance with the giants to bring down your kingdom. What are the chiefs offering to those overgrown monsters? My intelligence suggests that the chiefs have offered up the kingdom as plunder for the giants when the time comes. It's not often I say this, but the kingdom's strong economy is a problem. Even ice giants can sense such a lucrative opportunity. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Tank the economy? That would be one strategy, yes. Build a wall along the northern border to delay the scheme. Trust in the strength of our arms to defeat them. Send tribute. Let's see. Yeah, the combined trade at this point is almost double. By the way, if y'all vote A, and... Oh no, it's my authority, not stability. My stability is still in a decent enough spot. Although I really am thinking that, if delaying the scheme until we get another opportunity to, tank your economies might be the better option. Because this is not going to lower trade enough. The top one is not going to lower trade enough to prevent them from getting the next part of their scheme. Our best option is to delay it for the time being. Neck and neck. Who will come out on top? Haha! A wall? I really don't think that's necessary. Such things are always torn down eventually. Yeah, maybe, but at least it'll take time for the giants to tear it down. Work on the so-called Xebha's wall begins right away. There's no time to waste. The chief's stat goal will not be evaluated until the end of next season. About your heir. Your marriage to Odala has grown stale. Yeah, you get along well enough, and you've made some good memories, but there's no spark. She cares more about her stupid card games than your happiness. Spark or no spark, you do need an heir. Royal wedding was a magnificent affair. It felt more like a life sentence. Don't be so dramatic. Done well so far, but something's still missing. An heir. Need someone young, whose loyalty is assured. Oh, right, I need to do the voice.
You need someone young whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard. Or the youngest of your many cousins.
My wife and I will have a child. I'm pretty sure I have a bastard lying around somewhere. I plan to adopt a lowborn child from the orphanage.
The nobles won't be too happy with a lowborn child being elevated to the status of a royal. I urge you to reconsider.
Are you kidding? My authority is skyrocketing. My mind is made up.
I'm sure history will remember you as a champion of the people. If it remembers you at all, I'll make the necessary arrangements.
Alright, and that's the end of this season. Sitting on a bench outside a sun-bleached villa, two patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. Our profits are down! Our companies are being outcompeted by the damn grandees of all people! How could this happen? Patrician's aim is to have the highest trade. Deep in the south, a grandee paces along the balcony of her hillside villa. It's just not enough! The peasants love Zacintha and believe the miracles, but they won't rise up to put her on the throne! Take heart, grandee. We're at the threshold. The peasants only need a small push. If only we could engineer that push. Their aim is to lower stability to 4 or less. Alright. Patricians make wealth selling snake oil that they claim cures scrofula. Other nobles gain 200 wealth. Just gonna take some of that. Marrying undersea, a new baby, the Stone Maiden. I can manage your defiance. I don't want this defiance getting any higher. Besides, y'all, you chiefs, have to pay off the money that I had to spend to get your princess out of trouble. Marrying undersea. Your Majesty, I have returned from my underwater visit to the Finfolk village. And, well, there's no easy way to say this. I'd like you to meet my husband, Prince Glorb. That's not quite the right pronunciation, but I love that they're trying. So there was a spark? My magic reed slipped out of my mouth, and I almost drowned. Until Glorb saved me with a kiss. And after that, well, it was love. Yay! Love wins! At least this definitely means the Archduke of Saul won't be getting a hold of that island. Prince Glorb has assured me it's ours now, to do with as we please. Absolutely. Anything from my wonderful spouse. Let's see what the council wants to do with our new island. I won't mention my new husband. It'll only complicate matters. What are we gonna do with the island? Give it to the church, turn it into a military outpost for the south, use it for controlling trade routes, give it to the Church of the Ninth. No, we're not going to use it for trade routes. There will be no trade routes. You can boost up the Grandees military, or we can give it to the church. Your call. Haha! Stability is now civil. The new island is an empty little rock, devoid of vegetation, but it's a perfect place to build a fortress. Soon the south has command of the surrounding waters. Meanwhile, with the Archduke's wedding called off, he becomes the object of mockeries throughout Celeste Oth. But he'll survive, after all. There are plenty more fish in the sea. I'm so happy for the Chancellor. That's the real win here. A new baby. Greetings, Your Holiness. Some fine news from my peasants in the south. A baby has been born on your birthday, bearing a birthmark in the shape of the number 9. A fantastic omen! Perhaps we should mark the occasion? Queen will send her blessing. No time for peasant brats. Give the parents a bounty of jewels and fine wine. Send the Inquisition to make sure the birthmark is real. Oh, I don't like any of those. I want to give the baby a present! Yo, can I make this kid my heir? Listen. I know most of you don't like me, but if stability go down, the Grandees get what they want, and we can't let that happen. Stability must be high. Big authority. Oh, we are blessed. Ninth blessed you, your majesty. The common folk will appreciate your generosity. There is, another matter. They asked permission to name the baby after you. What do you think, your holiness? Fuck it, the more Xebhas, the better! Praise the Ninth! I'll have my housekeeper give them the good news. Grandee Zelkaja hurries away. A child of the south, named for you. Who knows what sort of person this baby will become? Can only hope you're around to see it. Yeah, I bet it will land. I know it will, but I don't care. We're having fun. Behold, your holiness. Grandee rise up above it, pulls aside a tarpaulin to reveal a granite statue of subject name missing. Statue is impeccably detailed, its expression a frozen grimace. A sad sight, is it not? That's not a statue, is it? Astutely observed, your highness. This is all that remains of my fellow grandee. Seems the Stone Maiden is abroad in the south. Who? Well, I know she's abroad. She's called the Stone Maiden. This is no laughing matter. She is a walking statue with burning yellow eyes. All who meet her gaze are turned to stone. She sleeps for years at a time before walking and terrorizing the kingdom. She must have ambushed subject name missing on his latest vineyard inspection. Your Highness, we must do something. Subject name missing has died. Subject name missing the second has joined the council. Hire a wizard. Can't do that. Send an army to smash this thing to rubble. Tell everyone in the south to hide. Consult the fairies. Alright, I've got very high authority. I think we can just tell everyone to hide. Come on! Vote C! Vote C! Just tell everyone to hide under the bed! Excuse me. You trust the yeah, you would trust the funny fairies, Vers. Voting is closed. What can be done? You send for an expert folklorist from Quail University. According to legend, the Stone Maiden mourns her long-lost love, the third god. Perhaps she seeks revenge on the ninth god, who drowned her lover. Challenge failed. Well, it's an interesting theory, but it's hardly helpful. Unfortunately, your council draws a blank on the best course of action. You can only watch helplessly at what comes next. I told you you should have listened to me, idiots! The Stone Maiden, enraged, stalks the south for weeks on end, turning thousands of peasants into twisted granite figurines. I told you! We should have just told everyone to hide, but did you listen to me? No. Oh, why would we listen to the king? The queen? At long last, she retreats to her lair deep underground and falls asleep once more. On the bright side, the Grandees now have plenty of oddly realistic statues they can sell. Because you sold off the statues of everyone that got petrified. Alright, well, we didn't do anything to reduce trade. Back in the north, Chief Grey NV21 is hosting yet another feast at his clan hall. Mead is passed around in good measure, and some chiefs are dancing on the tables. That can only mean two things: really good news or really bad news. Kefli! Pass me the drink, you old lout! I'm drinking until my ancestors feel it! Those ice giants I saw on my way through your lands, have we really done it? Your eyes don't deceive you, lad. They'll be marching with us come the morrow, and by Grahala's beard did they come out in force. We must have really impressed them with our reports of the kingdom's bounty. The gods are good. What happens after the ice giants march? Acts of my ancestors, I hadn't thought about that! Someone, fetch me another drink, then assemble the other chiefs. Quickly, damn you! Let the ice giants fight alone and swoop in to the kingdom's rescue. So, lower my authority. Or, march with the giants and devastate the kingdom. Lower... Alright, so now the, No, you shouldn't lower any of... Well, are none of... Why have no... Are none of the chiefs voting? This is just for... Alright, well, I guess that does it. Yeah, they don't want to lower stability, because that will get the grandees what they want. Devious! Brilliantly so! Why, it's almost dishonorable! Don't get too excited. The queen must be too weak to mount a response. If all the regions united, the giants could be thrown back into the north with ease. Oh gods! Can't a man enjoy his drink without being warned about consequences or plans for 5 minutes? Final stage of their scheme, chiefs must lower authority to 5 or less. Alright, at least one region has entered the final stage of their scheme. If they pass it, they will win. Alright. If stability, authority, or treasury hits 0 and a final scheme stage passes at the same time, scheme takes priority. If a rebellion ends with a rebellion win and a final scheme stage pass at the same time, scheme takes priority. Monarch can only win in ambition events, which will appear after you have an heir. Okay, so... Golden choice, reverse... Alright, I'll take reverse voting and get rid of that one. Yes, end year. Taxing issue, begging for scraps, Archbishop's request. Your Majesty, help us! Chief Kefli of the North has been bleeding us dry, he has. Not literally, I hope. No, I'm making a use of a common idiom, Your Majesty. Our taxes are 10 times higher than they've ever been. I can't afford to feed me cows. It's true, Your Majesty. Chief Kefli has been taxing his peasants at least twice as much as the next highest noble. It's been a hard year, Your Majesty. I have barely any gold in my vault. I'm just doing what I can to stay afloat. Alright, you've had a hard time. I'll pay you off. Farming go down. Defiance go down. I don't care. No. I want more farming. Oh, hang on. I'm getting a Discord message from my friend. Hold on 1 minute. Okay, we're fine. This is a matter for the council's consideration. What about this poor peasant's cows? A pox on the stupid cows! Let's see what the council thinks of this, Alright, throw Chief Kefli into the dungeon to teach them a lesson. Authority up, defiance up, wealth down. Allow Chief Kefli to keep overtaxing the peasants. Nah. Hire a royal tax collector to take over tax duties in the north. Alright, sounds to me like people are in favor of C. So I'll impose the iron choice. Alright, looks like Kefli's getting an advisor. By Odheld's horn, tax collection has been our duty since the days of old. Why should the rest of us be punished because of Chief Kefli's mistakes? Hey, guess what? You can deal with that amongst yourselves. The royal tax collector proves to be diligent and efficient. But the chiefs are outraged at the implication that they can't be trusted. Oh yeah, I don't think you can be trusted, guys. Begging for scraps, the Archbishop's request. When Chief Kefli enters the council chambers, his clothes are stained and rumpled. His face is haggard. I hesitated before coming here, Your Majesty, but I had no choice. Slow down and explain. The snows have left my lands barren. I am utterly penniless. I beg for whatever spare coin the council can give. Yo, Zoltan's pretty wealthy. He should help. Deal with it yourself. The crown should provide funds from the treasury. All right, well that's a pretty decent success rate on the military. All right. Let Zoltan take care of it, or deal with it yourself. Trade failed? By the 9th, really? Can Chief Kefli not scrabble up some cash himself? Defiance is now mutinous. Kefli's wealth has increased. Zoltan's wealth has decreased. Even if he wanted to, Zoltan 20k cannot go against the council's decision. Muttering darkly, he reluctantly hands over the gold. But as it turns out, he owed money to a number of coastal merchants. When they find out that he's flinging money around, they descend, pressuring him to pay up. Word quickly spreads that you lack generosity, probably spread by Zoltan 20k and his allies. Your name is not spoken of kindly in the coast for quite some time. Alright, Archbishop's request. I wish to speak to you about the situation in the north. Too long have the Northerners been allowed to worship their heathen tree gods in brazen defiance of the 9th god. Allow me to send some of my best missionaries to the north. It's for the good of the realm. You have my express permission. I won't hear any more of this. I'll have to bring it to the council. Of course, Your Majesty. I would expect nothing less. Send missionaries to the north. Deny the Archbishop's request for a mission. Defiance go down, or that looks like I can't tell what the number is there. All right, let's hit it. Oh, only 40%. Oof. Listen, I don't approve of their consorting with giants, but at the very least, I can let them worship the tree gods. Hork! Voting tied at 5! Yeah, I'm not confident in a 40% gamble. So I will deny the Archbishop's request. Very well. If this is the will of the council, then so be it. Yeah, sure, the council! I'm glad that the council respects our sovereignty enough to leave us to our own business. Gods bless you. Alright, end season. Alright, chiefs want a lower authority, grandees want a lower stability, and patricians want to have the highest trade. Alright, your heir. Request for an heir is complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. The council is filled with nervous silence. My adopted, low-born son. Silence continues, accepting a few stifled coughs after the awkward pause is stretched out to admit there's finally some sporadic applause. Nobles don't appreciate you inducting a low-born child into the royal family. Whether they like it or not, by designating an heir, you've cemented stability of the kingdom. Your august majesty, may I be the first to congratulate you on adopting an heir. What is his name? Xebha 2! I'm sure little Xebha II will grow up to be a chip off the old block. Call for apprentices. Bad news, your highness. A meddling wizard has set up shop in Kolshaven. I believe it is Pestia, the Lady of Pestilence. Is she single? Wizards have managed to tame creation itself. They wield untold power and are naturally distrusted by the church. Even the High Inquisitor wouldn't dare move against them openly. Pestia has influence over plagues, diseases, insects, and other horrid things like that. She's put out a call for new apprentices, which is rare. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for many. Droves of unwashed, glory-seeking villagers from all over the north are lining up for their chance. Not just peasants! I, Uri 34567, have also decided to apply. The competition will be fierce, but those citizens are no match. I will be the most powerful noble this council has ever seen. You? You couldn't put your clothes on if it wasn't for your servant's help. We can't let this go ahead. To have a potential wizard on the council would present a clear and dangerous conflict of interest. How? Wizards only answer to themselves. Their power is unmatched, such that entire kingdoms cannot stand against them. Even an apprentice on the council could be disastrous. Uri could use the magic to interfere with votes, or you for that matter. Alright, let's assemble the council. Yeah, I'm gonna say that he has to forfeit his noble title if he wants to be an apprentice. Oh, veto A. Other... Because let's see, if... Well, the thing is, if we veto A, it still has the possibility of him becoming a noble, of becoming... Like, there's two options for becoming the apprentice. So... I'm gonna say that if he wants to be an apprentice, he's got to forfeit his title and wealth. I'm feeling good about changes in Defiance with 9 authority. No one's rebelling in a hurry. All right, voting closed. I suppose that is an acceptable compromise. Yes! My authority is now tyrannical! Begins his journey to Kolshaven immediately. His successor inherits his position on the council, but the treasury confiscates the vast majority of his wealth as payment. Alright, farming is now needful, and trade is struggling. Pestia's presence in Kolshaven attracts all sorts of visitors, though the power of her latent magic starts to wilt crops for miles around. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright, what else we got? An invitation. Your Majesty, it is my singular honor to invite you to attend the annual Night of the Seven Pyres celebration. Night of the Seven Pyres? What's that? Your Majesty, do you really not know? It's the biggest festival in the entire South! It is a celebration of the ninth god and his victory over the other 8. It is the most holy and sacred night of the year. Most people like it because fireworks are involved. Whee! Fireworks! Indeed, Your Majesty. I look forward to attending. We are blessed. I trust you are willing to finance and organize one of the pyres. It is customary for the Queen to do so, if she's in attendance. Oh, wait, I have to spend money? Fuck that. Nah, I'll make sure it's a night to remember. Oh! Ads. Okay. Ad break! Loathsome ad break. Oh yeah, that was something I'd been meaning to look around into, is the way Twitch is set up is I can't completely disable ads now that I'm affiliate. I can set mid-stream ads to play, and if I set enough, I can disable like the pre-roll ads that pop up when you first click to the channel. Or I could have no ads during the stream, but then, pre-roll ads are required. Like, it has to be one or the other, and I can't get rid of all of them, unfortunately. Alright. Pre-roll ads are better. I don't know, it's one of those things that's like... Oh no! I'm so sorry to hear that, Zelkacha. Hey, Balades! Thanks for joining us. Alright. Reminder to anyone else watching that has since joined, you can use !join followed by your pronouns to join the game. Alright. Alright, so I've decided that I will be attending the thing. Alright, and we'll end the season. Auction time! Alright, the Chiefs have a fortress and a theater. Grand Bazaar for the Patricians, Thieves Guild, Observatory, Prison, Theater, Fortress. Alright, starting the auction. Remember, the 2 most funded buildings will be built. Oh, how did it get this unbalanced? Why are there so many more people on the patricians? Like, seriously, can I grab someone and shove them over to the grandee's side? How, for real, how did it end up fucking 5-4 to fucking 7? Oh yeah, true, people leave. Alright, time's up. Grand Bazaar and a theater. Your ambition. Easing tension. Home improvements. At the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be the mother of the nation. So far, you've done a dismal job. The kingdom is starving, Your Majesty. Peasants are dying of hunger every day, and they curse your name. That's not my fault! I've been trying to get every fucking farming increase I could! But none of it happened. Like, I can't be blamed for no farming opportunities showing up. Your current ambition isn't working out for you. If you want to stop the nobles from overthrowing you, you need to pivot. Change your image. My advice would be to infiltrate each region with loyal spies, defeat their schemes with schemes of our own, but your other advisors have ideas. Crush these disloyal nobles, smash their armies, and force them to submit. Spread the zeal of the ninth god. The church will lend our full support. With the backing of the church, the nobles wouldn't dare move against you. Don't listen to them. Have you heard of the Scepter of Sages? It's a lost artifact forged by Queen Alma the Wise. It's a legend that any queen who recovers it will rule over a golden age. Alright. Authority and military. Crush all those plotting against you with an iron fist with authority and military. Create a kingdom-wide spy network with stability and trade. Get elevated by the church to the status of a living saint, using authority and faith. Recover the Scepter of Sages with faith and trade. Well, let's crush all those plotting against me. They're the reason I haven't been able to improve the farming. But of course it won't be easy. Your military is to raise your authority. Your priority is to raise your authority and the kingdom's overall military as much as you can. Of course, there can't be open rebellion among the nobles. Easing tension. Your Majesty, nobles of the council, tensions are running high, but the kingdom itself is stable. Perhaps it's time to forget our past troubles and come together as friends. What do you have in mind, Chancellor? We could exchange gifts, or hold a friendly competition. A fashion show, perhaps, or a game of riddles. Why don't we hold a vote on a team-building exercise? To help you and the council trust each other again. Fashion competition, game of riddles. This is stupid. Huh. Yeah, let's just go for it. What do you guys think? I think all of these are pretty fun. Fashion competition. Voting is closed. Fashion competition! Treasuries $20.99. Wonderful! I'll make the arrangements at once. Cash prize shall go to the winning noble. They begin murmuring. A fashion show? They better buy up some new jewelry and dig out their finest outfits. Home improvement. Your Highness, the northern farms are, unfortunately, running into problems. Yeah, I noticed! Sheep are suffering from a terrible wool-wasting disease. We need funds for herbal tonics. Oh, depths below, is that all? Our ships are in poor condition. They're full of holes and mostly tar. We'll have pirates on our shores if it goes on like this. Complain all you want, we can't eat weapons. We've got some cash. Fund the coastal military. Give funds to help northern farms. Leave them to their troubles. I can't believe this whole game has been the North wins by doing nothing. I wish I could force C to happen, because that's the one I like, but I don't know if I can. Give the... Alright. I don't have the ability to swing this the way I want to, so it's up to y'all. If I could help you both, I would. I mean that with all my heart. Defiance go down, military go up. Money spent. Chief's mad. Lady Patrician Iselin gives you a florid bow. Later, she sends you a ceremonial sword with a shark skin hilt and thanks. Oh, fuck yeah, I got a sword! Thanks, Iselin! Alright. Alright, and that's all for this season. Alright. The Grandees dig up buried treasure worth extra... Oh, you guys made some extra? Wow, congratulations. I'm just gonna take some of that. Listen, I just made a big expenditure. I've got to recoup. Ambition! Tyranny! You've done some redecorating in the throne room, anticipating your future as an iron-fisted tyrant. When the marshal walks in, she whistles appreciatively. I like what you've done with the place. Lots of chains and spikes. Is that a working Iron Maiden? I oiled the hinges myself. Haha, very good. A master artificer looks after her tools. Oh, but that's nothing. You pull a lever and a trapdoor opens. Beneath it is a pit of writhing snakes. All deadly, of course. Ha! Classic. Let him try and vote against you now. She composes herself. All fun and games aside, Your Majesty, the nobles won't stand for it right now. Try to intimidate them like this and they'll just raise a rebellion. I know. You need to win the loyalty of your troops. Force them to answer directly to you instead of the chiefs, patricians, and grandees. Show them that you have the makings of a strong commander and the kingdom's armies are formidable right now. We can work with this. I'm off to tour the kingdom to make sure the troops are whipped into shape. Once they're ready, we'll assume control. Oh, and make sure you close that door before the nobles come in and see it. Raise authority in the overall military as much as I can. Wizardly meddling. Depths below, how many times do I have to tell you? He's not my responsibility anymore. It was your father who stole all my gold. Someone must pay. Have mercy, your august majesty. The former Lord Patrician Uri 34567 turned up at my estate, demanding my jewelry and valuables, saying they were needed in Kolshaven for research. Kept babbling about strong electromagnetic fields or some such nonsense. I warned you, wizards always cause trouble. Compensate Belades from the treasury. Summon the wizard to pay for her apprentice's crime. Belades will just have to do without. Oh, and Uri doesn't have enough to pay for the wizard's crimes. I'm in the mind of summon the wizard to answer for the crime. We will hold this wizard accountable. If you didn't want to raise my authority, why did you sabotage all the farms? Send out the summons, but receive no answer. Either Pestia thinks you're not a threat, or you're simply not worth her time. In the meantime, more chiefs are soon deprived of their valuables. Chickens, cigars, family heirlooms, few prize hogs, all in the name of progress. Or so the wizard claims. Alright, the fashion show. Enter the council hall to find it transformed. The walls are bedecked with mirrors and jewels, and the long table has been repurposed into a catwalk. Your Majesty, welcome to the kingdom's very first fashion show! Remember, you'll be voting on which of these nobles is the best dressed! Lord Patrician and Zoltan 20k struts confidently down the catwalk, posing outrageously and blowing you a kiss. I am fabulous, am I not? Oh, very good. Next. Chief Gator in a nice suit does some kind of pagan dance down the catwalk, featuring a lot of foot stomping and hand clapping. Once he reaches the catwalk's end, he hurls an axe clear across the council hall, thudding into the wall. Hooah! Check the goods! Don't be shy! Oh, splendid! Stunning! Edge 4 dances down the catwalk with a sword in her hand, fencing against an imaginary opponent. Once she reaches the catwalk's end, she swishes her sword over her shoulder and bows deeply. My current attire is practical and attractive. Bravo! A devastating display! And of course, our last competitor is the Queen herself! Get up on that stage, Your Majesty! Look at that 100% authority success rate! You pout and you pout and pose and pirouette like a pro! I am hitting the slay button! The nobles applaud till dust rains from the ceiling. All right, yay! All right, who wins? Like this is fair game, and everyone's oh, now do reverse voting. Yeah, fuck it. Let's be wacky. Reverse voting. Whoever gets the least number of votes wins. Vote for who you like the least. Oh yeah, of course. Everyone likes Edge. No one said anything bad about Edge. Was it ever in doubt? Look at me. The chiefs and patricians mutter grumpily, but the grandees are ecstatic with their victory. The chancellor looks on, beaming like a proud parent. Alright, end season. Stop the count, royal gamble. Ooh! Swing votes. After voting, nobles can change their mind and vote for a different option. 500 plus 500 to the treasury if nobles vote for what you pick. If they vote otherwise, you lose money. Ooh! Ooh, I have to. I have to. Alright, ambition, tyranny. I've been surveying the troops across the kingdom. Alright, let's hear the marshal's report! Troops are looking good, your majesty! Northern warriors took out a whole nest of wyverns last month. Now the key is to make sure they're loyal to us, not their region. Easier said than done, obviously. I need to speak to the ordinary soldiers. Grease some palms, smoke some cigars, reminisce over old war stories. They don't respect the council any more than I do. At the end of the day, your majesty, it'll come down to how much they respect you. That evening, she rides out to meet the kingdom's soldiers and get the lay of the land. Wait for her return. When she returns, the marshal punches you in the arm so hard you almost puke. Is that good? Was that a happy punch? Troops are with us! They're fed up with the council passing all these namby-pamby so-called laws. It's time for an iron fist to punch this kingdom back into shape! Over the next few weeks, soldiers across the kingdom mutiny against their commanding officers and swear fealty directly to the queen. The nobles beg for a council session to discuss the crisis, but you put them off, blaming the renovation of the council hall. Of course, there's one person you can't avoid. Your wife. And now it comes full circle, seizing the armies of my own people. It almost feels poetic. I'm not gonna hurt anyone, it's just to make a point. If they wanted me to leave them alone, they shouldn't have schemed against me. Yeah, precisely. They brought this on themselves. At long last, after you're sure the armies of the kingdom are in the palm of your hand, you allow the next council session to go ahead. The final council session. The marshal stands at your right hand, flanked by a garrison of the city watch. Your honor guard flanks you on the other side, ready for anything. The nobles file in one by one. Is that an Iron Maiden? Most of them are looking nervous, but Chief LC just looks angry. Your recent conduct has been outrageous, Your Highness. Unforgivable. Delaying council sessions, secret meetings with our soldiers, violating the feudal contract. My top officers have been killed in this little mutiny of yours. Let's call a vote right now. I'm ready to deprive you of that crown. No, scratch that. I'm ready to deprive you of your head. Pull the newly installed lever! Deal with this with intimidation, not violence. Pull the lever, Kronk! Sorry, LC, you're going in the snake pit. The trapdoor opens beneath LC's feet. With a strangled shriek, they fall into the pit of snakes. There's a moment of silence. Your esteemed highness, I'm sure we're all delighted to be here. Right, everyone. I don't think we need any more votes, right? The queen can take over from here. Of course, Marshal. Alright, indeed. I wouldn't want to have to do anything else unfortunate. As the nobles shuffle out with their tails between their legs, you let out a joyful laugh. Maybe some would describe it as an evil cackle. But those would be dissidents, and you'll deal with them harshly. Without the council holding you back, your daily duties are so easy, so efficient. Your firm grip on the kingdom will secure an excellent future for little Xebha II when the time comes. Your reign of terror is here, but your future has only just begun. The patricians failed to turn the kingdom's debt against it, and the moment had passed. Ever practical, they set about collecting interest and hoarding wealth, waiting for the time to scheme once more. The grandees prayed and prayed for a miracle to place Xacintha in her rightful place on the throne, but no miracle came. The chief's agreement with the ice giants fell apart, and the giants ended up attacking the north instead. The subsequent war kept the chiefs too busy to worry about the matters of the throne. Queen Xebha's reign spanned another 15 blood-drenched years. The council couldn't defy her, fearing a gruesome fate. It was a dark and fearful time for everyone but the queen, who seemed to be enjoying herself immensely, especially when spikes and thumbscrews were involved. Queen Xebha the Cruel! Zoltan was the wealthiest noble, and LC II was the poorest. Kingdom stats. Yo, is that my son? That fucking rocks! 6 stability, 10 authority. I mean, it was getting dicey there with everyone's defiance so high. I didn't want... Listen, and I would just like to remind all of you, I didn't want this outcome. I wanted farming to be high so that I could claim that I fed the people. But all of y'all, with your infighting, you all distracted me from that. It's like my cool wife, Odal of the North, who hates me, said. Y'all brought this on yourselves. Alright, continue your dynasty events, and returning nobles. Well, great news, Gray. A do-over is possible. If I hit continue game, we can continue on with my son, King Xebha II. And everything will carry over, like events and such. Events, money, and all that good jazz will carry over into the next game. But I think that's gonna be it for today. Because let's see, one game ran. It's been 2.5 hours to play a single full game. So I would just like to say thank you everyone for tuning in. This is a fantastic little game, isn't it? I really enjoyed this. No, oh, you just say that, Edge. Watch me hold on to this authority. You'll pry this crown from my bleeding hands. I'll never let one of you take it. I'm going to improve this nation and make it a paradise for everyone, or burn it all down. Excuse me. It was looking I will say, though, it was looking pretty dicey there. I'm just glad I managed to prevent a rebellion. Managing that defiance is is tricky. Because if I'm entirely honest, my choice for spouse was probably the the lady from the ad break. Ad break at the end of all things. Tragic. Oh, right. If you buy the game itself... Oh, I have money, more money than the royal treasury. Could I buy the crown? You may not buy the crown. Oh, thank you, Haro. I'm glad. No, Zoltan, you may not buy the crown. This is my crown. It fits me. Anywho, if you buy the game itself, it's like, I think, I want to say, like $10 or so. You can actually customize your little avatar, so you can control how you look when you show up in someone's game. Because, like, they got a lot of, like, cool little options here. Like, I gotta say, I like the Counts. The Counts have, like, the best fashion sense. Like, it's all Castle Canehurst up in here. Guess I'll just get my daughter to go to the fish people, brew some chemical weapons for Xebha II, the false king. I would definitely recommend it. This game is awesome. There's hats. You can wear a veil. Listen. I will be like I was saying. The chief lady, Odala, she was not my first choice. I picked her because I wanted an in with the chiefs. I was really hoping she would be cool, but she wasn't. When that fishman prompt came up, I was hoping I would get to seduce the fishman. Because at least I'd have some romance in my life. I would have liked to seduce the pirate queen, but then some bounty hunter killed her. Hey, I have maidens! Did you forget my honor guard of battle nuns? I'm drowning in maidens! Shut up! Shut up, maybe they will. Hey, the battle nuns have a vow of silence! No one said anything about chastity. Zoltan, you cannot buy the crown. Look, do you actually want the authority of the crown, or you just want the crown itself? Like, I can let you wear it for a little bit, but you can't be in charge. You know what, Zoltan? If it's just the crown itself, then we can have a deal. And I'll use your money to buy myself a bigger, better crown. Wow, infighting amongst the grandees over whether or not the Sisters of Steel fuck. Oh, is that so, Zelkaja? I'ma make sure that my son's drowning in bitches. You're right. I agree, Edge. The battle nuns should fuck. Happily pay for the crown just to have it rest in my room of artifacts. You know what? I like the cut of your jib, Zoltan. I will sell you the crown so that I can buy a bigger, fancier crown. A crown like this. Look at that. How's that for big and fancy? Dictator-in-chief in her idiot hat. Yeah, I think I like one of these other crowns a bit more, just so that I can show off my hair. Yes. This crown is too modest. We gotta be more extravagant. Crown have a lever built in? No. There's no lever on the crown. The lever is just in the throne room. Remote detonation crown. Excuse me. Holy chemicals shall win the Grandee Kingdom. Alright, I'm definitely going to play this again in the future. I think... Let's see, I could go back to, Yay! Sub-goal met! Thanks for the gift sub, Jade. Thank you! If I continue to make enough money, could I make it a royal tradition to buy the royal crown of every monarch? Listen. I can't speak for my descendants. You'll have to take it up with them, assuming you live that long. But this is gonna be a you and me transaction. We're not gonna make this a habit, you know? If you want to buy the crown off of my son, you're gonna have to ask him personally. I'm not gonna set any precedents. Right. But as I was saying, I am. Shit. What am I saying? What words? Right. I'm going to play this again, definitely. This may just end up being like between series, between focuses, because this is a lot of fun and I enjoyed this a ton. But probably, I don't know, because I've still got like the whole Darksiders series. I've still got Okami. We never finished Cult of the Lamb. I'm not sure if we want to go back and play more Cult of the Lamb, or if we can just kind of shove that one off to the side and focus on just Darksiders and Okami for a bit. But definitely, I think I'll mix in King of the Castle like every now and then. Honestly, that might be a good option for Saturday. Saturday might be. We'll play King of the Castle on Saturdays, and then I'll move Okami and Okami and Darksiders over during the week. Yeah, I would agree. Cult of the Lamb is pretty passive viewer interaction, all things considered. This is like actual like engagement with your audience. This is very fun. Yeah. And hopefully by the next time, my cough will have cleared up. So yeah, for the rest of this week, I'll, not at all, Zoltan. Become a vampire. Like, I encourage it. Vampires are cool. Like, if you can... You know what? I'm changing the offer. If you figure out how to become a vampire, hit me up with that shit so I can be a vampire too, and I will set up a tradition to help you buy the crown. Thank you, Haro. But yeah, so yeah. For the rest of this week, I'm gonna try and play, Darksiders and Okami on Thursday and Saturday, and then starting next week, I'll move things around for Darksiders on Tuesday, Okami on Thursday, and then we'll play some more King of the Castle on Saturday. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. All right, that will wrap it up here. So thank you everyone for tuning in and playing with me. This was so much fun. And I hope to see you all again. Thank you all for helping me reaching 5 subs. Hooray, hooray. I'm so flattered and grateful. And yeah, I hope to see you again. I hope to and play more King of the Castle with everyone. So yeah, next stream will be Thursday at 2 o'clock, and I'll be playing some Darksiders. So with that, I'm gonna close out here. Bye bye everyone. Oh, that's right. You have emotes now. Bye bye everyone. Have a good evening, good afternoon, and until next time. Bye-bye!